Hey all, I'm Nina Ruberti. I'm an animal communicator, intuitive Reiki master energy healer, and this is Bailey, my co-creator in life. He walks in a much higher dimension as he is very intuitive and he keeps me very present. So I'm very grateful that he chose me as his guardian. So I wanted to do a part 2 of Clairvoyant because there were quite a few things that that of course they come flooding through and you just forget to put in. So do you remember as a child laying on the grass and looking in the clouds, and you would see all different kinds of shapes or animals like a lion or an elephant? Well, this was using your imagination. This is clairvoyant. So as a young kid, we were doing all kinds of things like that, of looking in the clouds and seeing what different forms. So we were doing, it was clairvoyant, which is clear seeing. You know, I know when I go into nature, I see all kinds of images and different shapes and forms in the trees or in the bushes or just walking throughout nature. As I look out my window and look at the trees, there's all different formations and shapes and images of animals or energies that you see. When I walk into a room, feeling is a clear sentient, but also I can see there's certain densities like in a certain area of a room. And you can also feel it. But like as I'm clearing my house or the energies in my house, I can also see in the room the different densities or where it needs, it's a little heavier. So it needs to be cleared a little more. So I kind of smudge that a little more. There's also, what's really fascinating is that a mentor of mine who I've taken many remote viewing classes with, Patricia Mona out of Canada, she always talks about guardian angels and that you can see your guardian angels. And once you see them, you cannot not see them, right? So if you go out on like a Carolina sky blue, clear blue day, you can look up into the sky and call your guardian angels and you will see them coming closer. They're kind of like amoebas. They look like amoebas and they will come closer if you say come closer. But they like kind of form this protective shield around you. So your guardian angels are with you all the time and you can see them, you know, which is clairvoyant. Also, I know that all the time I'm able to see like, you know, the little particles or the little atoms that our whole existence is made up of. You know, like you can look, if you look at the side of your eye, or I'm kind of looking off onto a blank wall right now, you can see all the little molecules or atoms that the air is made up of, or, you know, what makes up the density of a table, which vibrates at a different frequency. But I'm not a scientist, so that is for someone else to explain. However, that is also clairvoyant of seeing things. You know, when I see things in nature, there's a lot of things that maybe in a picture I may see something. So kind of, you know, when you look at a photograph, see what you can see. You know, there's also a lot of feelings that I get, which is clairsentient, but that's another video at another time. But if I see things of maybe someone doing a video or in a picture, I'll take a picture of it with my camera. And your camera is an extension of what you're able to see. So our naked eye quite hasn't caught up to what we're able to see, but the camera is an extension of that. And it is amazing the different energies that you're able to pick up when taking photographs. I mean, it is crazy. Some good, some not so good. And it's a little wacky when you know that when everyone is saying it's a spiritual war, light and dark, yes, you can actually see energies in photographs. And yeah, it's, you know, definitely needs to be a lot of clearing and smudging and sending everything to the light. And as long as you keep your vibration high, energies that are not of the light really don't want to reside in a higher frequency being. But that is actually amazing. Like I know that when the solar eclipse happened, I was outside on my back deck and oh my goodness, it was amazing. Like the colors that I saw, there are all these different codes and symbols in the sky. I have now just seen something that it looked like some of the symbols were from the Hebrew alphabet, which is quite fascinating. I don't really know what it all means, but yeah, it's just very interesting. I think it was basically like an upgrade, that we were receiving an upgrade. But there were quite a few planes that flew across during the eclipse, and they were all surrounded in yellow light. So it was kind of like, what I was getting was that all the planes were protected in the air as they were flying across the sky while I was looking at the eclipse, which is interesting because, you know, I don't wear sunglasses and I have very good vision and I don't have glasses, and I just was looking at the eclipse, which I'm not advising anyone to do that because I know you should be wearing glasses, but it was quite fascinating because I could totally see the eclipse just with the naked eye, but that, we'll just say that was for me, not for anyone else. Anyway, there are so many different ways for clairvoyance to come through in your life and to kind of strengthen that muscle or the ability to do that. A lot of other ways is also in dreams. I do keep a dream journal and I write everything down. Now do voice memos. But, you know, my father passed away a few years ago, the day before Father's Day, and he was in the hospital. And giving him permission to go, and it was the day before Father's Day. Well, after he had passed, a friend was talking about dreams, and let's kind of analyze the different dreams that we have. So I was like, well, let me read my dream journal. So I was just reading my dream journal. I went back a few years. It was 2 years prior that I had the dream that my dad was passing away the day before Father's Day, and we were in the hospital giving him permission that it was okay for him to go, which is a premonition, which is very freaky and wild, and no one really knows the time frame. Once I was reading my journal, there were a lot of other things that came to fruition. So things seems like that time is speeding up. And I guess time, that's all relative, so that's for another video as well. However, that is another way, like, you know, it's like you're clear seeing. You are seeing into the future as to what's going to happen. You know, and since we are energetic beings, we are powerful beings, we can see into all time and space, right? So we're able to see into different dimensions, or that comes into our field. So these are just different messages and different ways that we're able to receive all of that information. And it is all through, for all of this is for clear seeing and clairvoyant. So hopefully this was helpful. I am looking to see if there was anything else that I missed, so I'm not doing another video. But I think that covered it. So hopefully this was helpful to you. And leave a comment as to what kinds of, how you see things, or if you're a clairvoyant, and different ways that you kind of strengthen that ability to do that, because it's fascinating and it is amazing what powerful beings we are and how we can see into the different dimensions, or seeing beyond the veil as to what is just in this 3D world. So I appreciate, please subscribe to my video and like and share, and I will see you on the next video. So have a wonderful day and go get into nature.